guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Wimbledon. If we could get 400 likes on the video, that would be bloody fantastic. I just wanted to seriously thank you guys for all the support you've been showing on the videos since we started. I mean, we're almost up to episode 30 of this, and the support is still fantastic. I've never had a series be as consistently sort of watched as this, and I really am so thankful for that, because it makes me so happy to just sit there and do these episodes for you guys, and I always really look forward to it, and I'm always happy I'll hopefully come across that way in the videos. Occasionally something goes wrong, as you're about to see. So anyway, I'll join you guys in a sec, enjoy some highlights of the games we've played, and I want to take you through something quickly when we come back. So enjoy these, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Arch, there's a lot of space here for Bong. Bong will surely score, and Bong does score. Brighton 1, Wimbledon 0 in the first minute. Gaitan Bong with the goal. Back out to Fuller now. Can he get a ball into the box? There's players waiting. One of them is Loveridge, and Loveridge scores. We've changed the tactic. Wimbledon have been they've equalised against Brighton thanks to wombling free. But those low crosses get you blocked. Oh, god damn it, guys. Very, very close. There we go. Brighton 2, Wimbledon 1. I nearly tactics my way around them, but not quite in the end. Kovacic with the ball whipped in. Lots of space for Reeves. Header, and it's on the line and put over the line by Jermaine Granderson. QPR 0, Wimbledon 1. Christ on a bike. Reeves steps up, scores the penalty. We're 2-0 up at Loftus Road, and apparently it was given for handball because there was no one around him when the foul was given. I've not seen one of those in ages. In some space, he'll probably shoot though. Pulls it back for Saville, blocked, and scores! QPR 0, Wimbledon 3. So we've just won 3-0 at Loftus Road. How the hell does that happen? Is there a runner beyond? There is. Murphy's in, and Murphy's bloody scored inside the first 2 minutes. Wimbledon 1, Leicester City, top of the table, Leicester City 0. Outrageous. Josipovic, ball play through for Clayton. He must score. He does score. Leicester are level, and deservedly so, really. Max Clayton makes it Wimbledon 1, Leicester 1. Well, Brighton goes round 1. Whips it across, Josipovic with the goal. Wimbledon 1, Leicester City 2. Leicester City managed by Ryan Giggs, by the way, folks. Oh, sips it through. Fabio's got it at his feet here. Fabio's immediately equalised with his first ever goal for Wimbledon. Brilliant stuff. 2-2 inside 15 minutes. Incredible game so far. Abanu allowed to keep going, and Josipovic puts it in. 27 minutes, and we're 3-2 down. It's certainly not boring here at the King's Meadow. One in. Inler takes it, and we finally concede a goal from a corner, but we've looked better from them at least. Wimbledon 2, Leicester City 4. Iwobi. Josipovic takes a good touch. What a strike that is from Josipovic. Wimbledon 2, Leicester City 5. We gave a good shot, but they are really a very, very good side. So guys, 5-2. Maybe the 5 is a little bit harsh, but, you know, we were bound to lose eventually at home. It's free kick. Oh, what a strike. And we've actually conceded another free kick this season. Very disappointing, to be honest. Through, and he's going to score. What a save from Bachmann. Oh, it's over the line in the end from Zach Clough, cutting inside. Good strike, save from Bachmann, and Clough puts it over the line. A bit of a fumble there from Bachmann. Not good goalkeeping. 3-0 to West Ham. Very, very poor performance on the night. Here we go. West Ham 3, Wimbledon 0. Poor performance, but it was West Ham. For Fuller, in for Loveridge. Can he pull it back across? He's going to go for goal himself, and it's in the back of the net, I think, from Huddlestone's own goal. Fair enough, I don't care. It's 1-0 to Wimbledon against Hull City. Good result. Are you fucking joking? I've literally never seen such ridiculous play. We should have won this game by an absolute mile. Oh my god. Well, 1-1. I mean, what the fuck was that? Right, guys, we're back, and instead of showing you the league table, I'm going to do a question of the day, of course, and today's question is this. Have you ever started following a team after managing them on FM? And the answer, I suppose, is yeah, kind of. Like, before I did YouTube, the last save I did before I started doing anything on YouTube was a save with União da Madeira over in the second division in Portugal. Obviously, we got into the top flight, and I think I got them 5th. That was the highest I got before I decided to start doing some YouTube stuff, frankly. I was actually writing like a novelization based around the save, but with a kind of completely separate thing that went with it, and I was just using the Football Manager stuff as a kind of basis for the timeline and stuff. That was something I was writing at the time, and then I figured, no, actually I'm going to do YouTube instead. But yeah, I started following them afterwards. I always keep an eye out for their results, basically their beautiful milkshake. I say milkshake. I don't know if you remember the shop Shakeaway. There's some of them dotted around the UK. The yellow and blue stripes always remind me of the cups. So yeah, there was those. I follow Red Star Belgrade when I can as well, I know they won 7-2 at the weekend, which is outrageous, and I think they've won 17 games in a row in the league as well. So they are playing like my Red Star, which is lovely. I also keep an eye out for teams like Zurich over in Malta, because they were so nice to me when I was the actual club was so nice to me when I was in charge of them, which was really nice. And of course Paris FC as well, who were great as well. So yeah, what I wanted to quickly show you guys, of course, and anyone Have you ever started really fall in love with the club, managing them and started following them in real life? Do let me know. And if you do have any ideas, of course, for a question of the day, drop those in the comments too with the hashtag QOTD. Right, what I'm showing you here, I just want to go through this quickly. The Hull game, right? As you can see, for the most part, we were definitely the better side in this one, and we got lucky with their goal, definitely, but we should have put some of our own away. But the goal that they scored made me so fucking angry because they kick it to us. Why does Daniel... I understand that he's a sweeper keeper, but he never does any sweeping when we want him to. So why do it now? So why not just stand there and catch the ball? Instead he heads it out and then... I mean... Jesus Christ. What the f*** was that? You couldn't make it up, really, could you? We deserved to win the game, we didn't. But anyway, let's move on from that angry. Just really, really pissed me off that we conceded so late on there. Anyway, let's get to the league. So the league is looking like this. We're currently sitting 9th place, 20 points from our first 13 games. Now, I have taken a little look at the stats over the first 10. When we got to 10, I stopped, I took stock of it. Obviously, we had that great win away at QPR, which means we can still do it. We've just had some really tough ones. Leicester, West Ham, very, very, very difficult matches to play against, basically. West Ham was superb. They've got Churchy up front for them. I mean... You know, wow. And Leicester just have a fantastic team. That Josipovic guy, it looks incredible as well. So it's going to be tough for us to actually compete against those sides. But we weren't expecting to. We're nearly promoted. We're 8 points above the drop zone. That's what really matters to me anyway. But what was I actually going to say? Yes, we're doing okay, basically. You know, the whole game was a bit of a blip in the radar for us, and we're still doing all right, basically. And that's the main thing. Yeah, okay, we can't expect to win every single match. It's not going to happen, particularly not at this level, basically. I always knew that was going to be the case, but we had a great start, and it's given us a base to build on, basically. So, with that in mind, let's jump into today's game, and it's going to be a game... Oh, hello. English FA Cup, alright. It's going to be today against Sunderland. Now, they're playing a 4-4-1-1. We've played against this system twice so far this year, I believe, and got out... Well, we battered Luton, who, of course, unfortunately, really struggling, unfortunately. As for Barnsley, though, not quite so much. And, yeah, we played against Huddersfield with this tactic, too. So we've won both the games we played with this tactic. Now, our home form, of course, is still the saving grace for us, so to speak. But, yeah. Also, I have signed... Oh, no. George Frankham is not starting here. I'm actually going to start Loveridge on the right and bring in Murphy up top. Frankham got a stubbed toe and it missed 12 days from that, which is a little bit disappointing. Don't know why they keep wanting to put Kinsella in there either. Nightingale will start. Granderson is not good either. What is my assistant player? I know that Fuller's not as fit, but Fuller is such a hard-working player. He really is. But yeah, we signed him up. He will be joining us, but he didn't get a work permit, so he'll have to go out on loan again, which is a bit annoying, but I just really want to get him in, because we've got him for like 100 grand, with some stuff after promotion, if we were to go up at some point, which we'd have to pay them, but that's fine, because we'd have plenty of money if we did that, so it's not a big problem, really. So I'm pleased with that. He will join us. I don't know whether we'll actually ever get a chance to play him, but again, there's a chance for money, and that's the main real sort of driving factor behind that sort of thing, essentially. So Sunderland, as you can see, were struggling. Now they're not so much. They've hit that playoff stride. We're still only 2 points outside the playoff spots, but we're starting to look sort of slipping into a kind of mid-table spot, and that's where I really want to finish this year. I'm aiming for around this sort of area. You know, Hull we should have beaten, QPR we did beat, Bristol City we lost to, Brentford we beat, Huddersfield we beat. So generally those sort of sides. We have actually beaten Nottingham Forest though, so that's key. We've beaten one of the sides above us. That's always nice to see. Leicester absolutely destroyed us. 5 was maybe a little harsh, but they were still very good on the night. Anyone really standing out as being... Well, we've got Aka plays for them now, Kabul, John Flanagan, Pantilimon, that absolute giraffe of a man in goal. So... We're at home, but I just feel like, you know, we've only lost one home game so far this year, and that's been our saving grace, so to speak. The one home defeat, of course, came against top of the table Leicester, who I think are going to win this league at an absolute canter. The one change I did make based on my analysis, that's what I was talking about, is I've made one slight addition, and I still noticed that most of the goals we were conceding, apart from ones from open play, we did concede one from a corner, unfortunately, but, you know, it happens, were from this left-hand side still. So what the change I made, basically, was to turn Kovacic when he plays there, or just, to be honest, whoever plays there, and I've made it so that they'll mark a bit tighter. That's the only thing I could think of, because everything else was sort of already done, basically, and everything else, I didn't want to make too many changes in that system because it worked so well most of the time. Oh, Johansson's through, blocked brilliantly by Nightingale. But yeah, Fabio actually was really good against Hull as well. He did a lot of good link-up play. I was really impressed with his performance. Sunderland are looking really good so far, which is a problem. Without Lyle Taylor, we've looked a little bit shaky. Colin Murphy's done okay, but he and Fabio up top have not looked world beaters, let's put it that way. And it's always going to be tough. Kovaric's free kick. Nightingale could flick that in. Oh, it's not quite gone over the line. That was very close to a William Nightingale goal, and I don't think he's scored since that live con we had where he scored the late equaliser for us against, I think, It was cruel. No, I don't know. It was in League 2. Larson whips one in here. Cleared away by Kovarik. And Reeves should bring this away for us. Now, the one problem is we don't have so much of a breakaway from these corners thanks to the new tactic. But for the most part, it does stop us conceding from them. And that's more important to me. Murphy with the ball at his feet. It's going to be difficult for him and Fabio to lead the line for us at the moment. You know, they're not the most experienced players. They're very young still, and it's always going to be difficult. But they're doing the best they can. That's so bad from Saville. I've been preferring him to Shenton, but that's a great ball. Uli Davia, and that's a miss. He probably should have put that in because our goalkeeper left all kinds of gaps there. Both of them are on a 6.4 in this first half. I'm wondering. We're still at 0-0, which is good. Sunderland are a very, very good side. They're above us in the league, and any points we get from this game would be good. I'm looking for, you know, the home form is important, but I just feel like keeping ourselves clear of those relegation places is where we're really at this year. If Murphy's pushing hard into the channel there and has pushed Lees down. Is that Lees? Yeah. Kabul. Aka. They're not exactly playing the ball long. I want... This tactic works best when we force teams to play the ball long. And I think what I might switch up at half-time is to turn it so that they have more... We're going to close down a little bit harder. Oh, Jesus. Johansson's through. Good save again from Bachmann. I might also drop our defensive line a tad deeper. That's what I'm looking at from this first half so far, because we've not offered anything. Sunderland have offered loads, and we're lucky to still be in this game, and hands down. But we are still in this game, currently. And I just wonder if we drop a little bit deeper and close down a little bit more, then it might make the difference. But the strikers, the midfielders, have been poor. Ibu Torres is the only player that's really stood out as being all right today. The game is still there, though, so let's not overdo this. Let's not frighten them into submission, so to speak. That was I clicked the wrong button. That's my bad. All right, Georgie. Well, right, okay, so changes... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Right, changes. So I want to make us close... No, we don't want to high the tempo up because we're not getting too much. Sometimes I want to close down more, and I also want to just drop it back to normal on that one. What's Fabio's best position? Let's put him in as a false 9 for a bit. Now, it means he'll drop a little bit deeper and maybe just link up, because I think they're not getting the ball too much. And I wonder if we just drop Fabio a little bit deeper as a false 9, maybe he can provide that link a little bit more, get more of the ball, and maybe get some good passes in for Murphy. That's just my theory, anyway. We're so weak from these situations here, though. This is my real problem. Like, oh, dear. We're so bad at defending free kicks. Like, even when it's taken short, all the players just stand around and wait for them to score. I don't really get what we're doing wrong with that. Disappointing start, really, considering the changes we made probably might make us better. We've got a bit more of the ball than them, but it's difficult. It really is very, very difficult, but we do need to keep picking up home wins. And look at that, there's 3 of them there, and for some reason none of them track the runners, even though, as far as I'm concerned, Hernandez, and then just nobody gets back quick enough from these free kicks. It's disappointing. But at least it wasn't... Oh, I say at least. We're losing. It's poor. We've not looked great. And unfortunately, right. I'm just wondering if maybe getting Shenton on wouldn't be such a bad idea. Anderson did well to get in there. There we go. Toure. Right. Fabio's dropped nice and deep to pick the ball up. He needs to get forward now. Kovarik with a lovely ball out wide for Lovridge. I wish we had him in the middle. I do, but... Oh, ball across and cleared... Oh, I was going to hope that it cleared straight back to him, but not quite. We're looking a bit better, but again, Sunderland are refusing to play that long pass. And that's what I really want from them. I wonder if we're actually going to push them and get stuck in on them a bit more, maybe. And get some, you know, yeah, sure, we'll commit a few more fouls, but we might just scare them into, oh, buggery. Good save from Bachmann. Might just scare them into playing that ball a little bit earlier than they want to. And Shea Oggio actually has looked very, very good for Sunderland. He's made 4 key passes so far. Let's get in right on him. Let's actually mark him up in that midfield and see if that makes a difference. Oh, crap. We're still only a goal down. It could still change if we get ourselves some kind of foothold in this game. But Sunderland are clearly a very good side. And that's what's going to be the problem. Playing against these sort of former Premier League teams is always going to be difficult at this level. And that's the gap that we need to bridge. And I think over the next... I've got a 3-year plan now that we're here. First season is a case of stability. Stay up, stabilise the team, and get the contracts in, get good players, and start scouting for the future. Next year, bring in those players to try and give us a solid base. The 3rd year is the one where we really have to try and make a push for those playoff spots, basically. That's the plan anyway. You know, getting out of the Championship is very, very difficult. You know, the gap in talent is so much larger because there's teams that have got Premier League quality players playing against you in this division, whereas we did not face that in League One. You know, Huddersfield have spent £30 million this summer. Leicester City's striker alone is probably worth about 10-15 million by himself because he looks quality. I think he's got a hat-trick against us, so to give you an idea. Sissoko now for Sunderland. Reeves didn't quite get a good tackle in there. Davia, good save, and on the rebound they've put it in for 2-0. Sunderland have been vastly the better side today. No denying that. Yes, okay, we've lost 3 of our last 5 matches, only 1 win in 5, but the point is they've been very, very difficult games, and as long as we can get ourselves our mojo back with a win at some point soon, you know, that's the key. Hopefully we'll get ourselves a home game against a Rotherham or a Charlton. No, we've already played Charlton. And hopefully we can get some form back. I would have liked to have done that against Hull City, to be honest. And it looked like we... But then we had some luck earlier in the season. I'm actually going to bring Shenton on for Reeves because he's not looking too great. Murphy's been appalling so far, but we've really got very little off the bench that can do because we've got so much... I'm actually wondering, push Loveridge up front. I'm going to bring Frankham on for a little bit. I know he's not fully fit, but maybe he's got 7 assists, or at least 7 assists so far. Maybe he can just make a little bit more difference. And maybe even get Bartram on for Thomas Kovacic, although he's doing well, but I just think something needs to be changed. A triple sub might be what we need right now to freshen things up. I don't think there's any hope of us getting back into this game, to be honest. Let's take a little look at what they're doing well. Key passes is Ojo, but he's gone off now. Is anyone... I mean, they've been vastly the better side. 19 key passes to our 6. I mean, I don't know who's been making most of those, but to be honest, I would imagine it's probably spread well across their team. Ojo, Davia looks like one we could probably get in title, but I'm sure we've already got him marked up, I would think. Oh, bloody hell. That's not what I meant to click. Davia. Yeah, we basically got him absolutely marked up. What about Johansson? Let's mark him a bit tighter then, because he's obviously spinning the ball around the corner to him. They've set up with the perfect sort of smash and grab tactic, and frankly they haven't needed to smash and grab because they've been vastly the better side in today's game. Anderson's still winning his tackles, which is nice, but still only playing a 6.4. Maybe he's losing the battle in the air, I don't know. Maybe we should just go on to attacking at this point. Tell them a team to... Ooh, looking frustrated. Okay, calm down. Never sure which one to say when they're frustrated. I use calm down, but I'm not entirely sure. Shenton is just such a good player, but I just don't think today we were ever going to get any... Well, we could have if we'd have set up a bit better, but it just wasn't to be. And in the Brighton game, what happened there was they played a very narrow tactic, and I thought we could get away with playing our normal tactic, but it was away from home, and I immediately switched when I noticed that they'd scored. We're looking about they were about to score a second. Loveridge is in here. Maybe a goal? Oh, we've got a penalty. Right. I'm just going to put it on overload preemptively. But yeah, so I switched to the One League free tactic. We got back in the game, and then they just bulldozed us in the second half, and we couldn't quite do enough. But it nearly worked. But I should have started with that tactic. Loveridge stepping up, takes the penalty, and it is now 2-1. Momentum is in our favour, but I just don't think we're going to have enough. I am going to go shoot on sight for the final few minutes because Shenton is on the pitch. We're going to look for those overlaps. We're also going to take a few more risks. Push up much higher. I swear we were already on that, but I don't really know. Just to try and push them back a little bit. We're going to... What else are we going to do? We're going to... We're already closing down much more. It's pretty much all we can do for the final 3 minutes. If we were to get anything from this game, we would not deserve it. We've not been good enough on the night. But Loveridge just stepped up anyway. It's a very cool penalty, almost like a no-look penalty. And it's only a 2-1 defeat. So I guess goal difference-wise, there's that aspect of it, which isn't the worst. But I was hoping that maybe like a long ranger from Oliver Shenton could have got us back in it. But, you know, because he does have that in his locker. He did actually win game goal of the month for that strike he scored the other day. Other day? You know what I mean. I think it was in yesterday's episode. Absolute wonder goal, and it's going to be whipped in by Franco, but I don't think we're going to do anything. It's cleared away, and that will probably end this game at 2-1 to Sunderland. Look how far advanced Bachmann is. That's where I want him to be. But there we go. Wimbledon 1, Sunderland 2. It was disappointing, and I am going to mention that just because we didn't play that well. I know they might seem demotivated by that, but the fact is we didn't play well. It'd be different if we'd played okay and lost, but we didn't. We were pretty piss poor in that one. Still, though, 7 points clear of the relegation zone. We're still closer to the playoff spots, and that's the main thing. Just sticking in that mid-table position. We've got Norwich City away next, which is, again, not going to be easy, but they're not having the best season so far. The league's sort of settling down a little bit now, so I still think we'll be fine this year in terms of staying up. We've got enough in the tank to show that we can score goals. We scored 3 past QPR away from home, 5 past Luton. We've got it in our tank. And that's key for me. So, hopefully, when this eventually loads, we can pick the game for the next episode. Let's jump in here and take a little gander at what we've got. I'm thinking this one, just for the spacing reasons. Norwich, Leeds, Barnsley, those are some tough ones. Sheffield Wednesday away, Wolves away as well, and then we're going to do Wigan. So, there's a lot of away games in there too, so I genuinely think we could be sort of bottom half by the time this comes around, but still, it's a good start to the season, but we do need some more victories. Anyway, guys, if you have liked this episode and you're still enjoying the series, please do drop a like on the video, and I'll stop doing this. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in your inbox every single day at 7 o'clock. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for a home game against Wigan Athletic. Hopefully we can grab a couple of wins in this time, just to steady the ship a little bit. I'm hoping that if we can get a point a game for the rest of the season, at least, we'll be totally fine. And I am still looking at it in that sense, because, you know, we don't want to set our expectations too high. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.